When the world applauded the deal of the century, we brought you the truth. When the American administration imposed a secret building freeze on the heartland of Israel, we exposed the story. And when Israel signed the Abraham Accords with the UAE and Bahrain, we revealed the dangers for Israel in those deals. Guys, this is the Joshua and Caleb Report.
In a world plagued with anti-Israel propaganda, Hayovel presents the Joshua and Caleb Report, a positive voice of truth straight from Israel's heartland.
Welcome to the Joshua and Caleb Report, where we believe that in a world of negativity and fake news, every Christian should be connected to the life and positivity that Israel brings to the world. This is the Joshua and Caleb Network. From now on, every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, we will be coming to you from this beautiful studio right here in the biblical heartland of Israel with a 30-minute show. Don't worry, we'll still be on all your favorite podcast platforms in addition to joining YouTube. In the last 2 years, the Joshua and Caleb Report podcast has seen nearly 130,000 downloads, and now we're ready to take things to the next level. In addition to the Joshua and Caleb Report, the Joshua and Caleb Network will be hosting other programs. You need to stay tuned for new shows that are going to be announced very soon. We're also going to continue releasing the same cutting-edge media that Hayovel has been known for over the last 10 years. Right now, we have nearly 15 short films that are just waiting to be released, and they'll all be right here on the Joshua and Caleb Network. What you can do right now is go ahead and subscribe on our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell. You can go to Facebook and follow our Facebook page. The handle is Joshua and Caleb Media. And if you want to get this show delivered to your email inbox every Tuesday, just go to joshuaandcaleb.com and sign up. It's completely free. Finally, as we are looking to grow the Joshua and Caleb Network, the biggest thing that you can do to help us is to share this with your friends and family. You can tell them, send them this video by email or by text, or share it on your social media pages. And with your help, we can reach the world.
Guys, we want to, for those new listeners, and we know there's going to be a lot of you guys out there that are going to see this maybe for the first time, we want to catch you up with a little bit of things we've covered. We've covered a lot of stuff, Luke, over this last year and actually almost 2 years now. We've been covering specific things out of the heartland of Israel and all over the nation of Israel to the world. And this is such an important, some of the topics we've covered have been the deal of the century, things that no one talked about, things that no one ever would have seen, we brought to the table for you to realize what's going on, the dangers that are involved in some of these things that are out. And here's the other thing, Luke. Nobody believed us.
Nobody's saying it.
Until after it happened. Guys, here's what the deal is. Luke and I, we're on the ground here in the mountains of Samaria, this Judea, Samaria, some call the West Bank. We live here. We're a part of life in this area. So that gives us a great foot in this area to be able to broadcast the truth of what's happening in the heartland of Israel to you. So when it comes to the deal of the century, things that pertain to this area, we're giving you the truth as it pertains to these things. So
a couple of examples. Did you know that the Oslo Accords, widely now believed to be completely failed, never mentioned a Palestinian state once? President Donald Trump's deal of the century coming out in January of 2020, widely considered to be the best Middle Eastern peace plan ever presented, discusses a Palestinian state 300 times. The Abraham Accords that were just signed at the White House a couple of weeks ago with peace between Israel, the UAE, and Bahrain. What you didn't know is that one of the stipulations of those accords was that there was going to be a building freeze imposed on Judea and Samaria. Who's talking about that? No one.
Except for here at the Joshua and Caleb Report, we are dedicated to getting this message out to you guys. And we're not only talking about these political things. Obviously, a lot of stuff is political here in this area, but it's not all, and for sure. And one of the actually things closer to my heart is when we see the life returning to these hills. We see the good, we see the beautiful here, and a lot of it. We're gonna talk about it on these shows. We're gonna talk about the life that's busting forth here. And let me tell you, some of it is. You know, this is just fun for me. You know, the Israeli cows produce more milk than any other cow in the entire world. And did you know that the date palms of Israel produce more palms and more dates are going to the world from Israel? You know what it strikes me, Luke, is that the abundance that's coming out of Israel Literally. And I know some people, date honey. Okay, we can make it a stretch here, but literally it's a land flowing with milk and honey. It's going to remind you of it. Yeah. But anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about this. It's absolutely miraculous. And that's what we want to really put forward to you guys is the miraculous events of restoration that are happening here in this land. And as David said, it's the land of the living. And we believe that wholeheartedly. We see it every day. Not only the political, we're going to bring to you guys a lot of the truth. And a lot of the beauty of truth that's coming out of this land is so positive and so amazing. So we're going to focus on that a lot.
Here's what you guys can expect on the Joshua and Caleb Report every single week. The latest news from Israel with an emphasis always on Israel's biblical heartland. We always have a focus of stories on Judea and Samaria. We always have the latest from the agriculture, especially when it comes to the work of Hayuvel, the prophetic work that's happening here. And in the spirit of Joshua and Caleb, we always finish each and every show with a positive story from the Holy Land. The very first full-length episode from our new studio here in Israel's Biblical Heartland will be airing on Tuesday, October 6th at 8 a.m. Central Standard U.S. time. Mark your calendars. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're going to make sure you subscribe right here on the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. And if you want to get this show delivered to your inbox, go to joshuaandcaleb.com and sign up completely free right now.
Guys, in a world of negativity and Israel bias, the Joshua and Caleb Report is here to bring you a voice of radical truth from Israel's biblical heartland. We'll tell you now, be strong, be courageous, and be the voice of Joshua and Caleb in your generation.